Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates, the class of 2025. As I thought about what to say tonight, a lot of themes came to my mind. Success, motivation, hard work, but I kept returning to the one thing that ties all those together: love. Not just the feel-good kind, but the love that grows us, sustains us, and sends us out into the world changed. Let's be real, high school wasn't exactly a spa treatment. Perseverance is something we've learned here. We sacrifice sleep and sanity just to survive and not get any C's on our final transcripts. So before we go any further, let's take a moment of silence for the hours of sleep we lost, the texts we ignored, and the brain cells sacrificed to Mr. Hector Gonzalez's dad jokes, especially in fifth period, right before lunch, when we were too hungry to even fake laugh. May they rest in peace. But for all the chaos, I love this journey. I didn't just survive high school, I grew here. I was shaped here. Not just in my GPA, but in my character. And in a world obsessed with achievements, can I just say that character is everything? You can memorize formulas, crush presentations, and still miss the point if you haven't learned how to be a good human being. And here's the thing about that. You don't become that kind of person by accident. You have to work at it. You have to choose it. And you need people who will walk that path with you. People who love you enough to tell you when you're wrong and stand by you as you grow. Thanks to our families, we have been placed into an abundant family of good character at Westminster. But now, as we enter into the next chapter, I encourage everyone to find that community. Surround yourself with people who make you better. And when you find them, don't take them for granted. Text them back and call them back. I'm looking at some of you guys. But never forget the WCS family you started with. At Westminster, I've grown academically, sure. I can now write an essay on a 17th century Shakespearean sonnet. Thank you, Ms. Flyler. Solve an integral. Thank you, Ms. Pineda and Mr. Nordstrom. I don't know if he's here. And explain the entire US monetary system using exactly 7 graphs that I can probably draw in my sleep. But more than that, I've grown personally. I've learned what it means to lead. I've learned what it means to listen. I've learned and seen love show up in so many ways. I saw it in Miss Upton. I couldn't find her before, but she graciously gave us 5 whole minutes to breathe after a test before jumping into the next unit. It was the best thing ever. I saw it in Mr. Davis's unhinged jokes. I think they put him in the dark so that I couldn't see him, and somehow made statistics feel like stand-up comedy. And in Miss Carpenter's teasing, in her How to Get Away with Murder class, forensic science, and that made that class so successful. But most of all, I saw love in you. In classmates who applauded each other, stayed late to help with projects, and showed up when it mattered. I've learned that God doesn't waste any moment. Not the wins, not the failures, not even the awkward group projects or labs. In every challenge, he's been there, sustaining, strengthening, and gently reminding me, you're not doing this alone. And to any juniors listening to me in the audience, specifically Alexa Arner, remember this during the college admissions process. Most importantly, I've started to understand what calling really means. It's not just about finding the perfect college or job. It's about asking, what has God placed on my heart? Thank you, Ms. Garrido, for reminding me that. What gifts has he given me, and how can I use them to serve others? Like Romans 12:2 says, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Calling isn't about the loudest voice or the highest paycheck. It's about faithfulness. It's about doing what we love with courage and letting God lead the rest. And I saw that calling lived out here every day here, on the field, on the stage, in the classroom, and in the quiet moments of kindness. I'll never forget the joy of winning the girls lacrosse district championship with my amazing 5 other seniors, Adriana Couto, Ashley Gomez, Gabby Hernandez, and Caitlin Keller. Not because of the title that we won, but because we won with the people that we love. And I'll remember the packed fine arts shows, the 7 sports teams that brought home district trophies, and hopefully some regional and state trophies. I see you, softball. And I'll remember, and the little victories in every day. I can see the talents in every one of you, and so I pray that you take a look in the mirror and see what God has designed you to do. Now, let's talk about the future. The terrifying and exciting unknown. It will feel awkward, you'll mess up, you'll wonder if you're on the right path, but don't skip ahead to the ending. Don't miss the messy, beautiful, and holy middle. Trust the process, because growth is slow, uncomfortable, and so worth it. You don't need to have it all figured out right now. You just need to get started, now. Don't wait for perfect conditions, because they don't exist. Take initiative, say yes, step up, keep your hand in it. Life is just a series of choices. Make the ones that move you toward who you're becoming. When it's hard, and it will be, manage the frustration. Like Einstein says, that's just energy trying to go somewhere. Don't take the easy way out. Train yourself to be determined, not just talented. And when nothing seems to work out the way you planned, take a deep breath and ask, how lucky am I that some things don't work out? Sometimes God's greatest protection is in the closed door that you were pounding on. There's this quote from Interstellar that stuck with me lately. It says, "They didn't bring us here to change the past." And that's the truth. We're not here to go backward. Westminster is our foundation, and now we're going to build on top of it. We're here to move forward with faith, with fire, and with focus. The past has shaped us, but it doesn't define us, because our calling is ahead. We are here today because of the love of our families, the love of our teachers, the love of our friends, and most of all, the love of God. And that love doesn't end here. It goes with us into the future. As we step out into the world, I leave you with Psalm 24. May he give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed. God will never put a desire or love in your heart that he isn't already equipping you to fulfill. So follow what sets your soul on fire. Don't settle for a path that looks safe if it doesn't feel like love. Remember, this is your one life. Why waste it on anything less than what you were made for? To the class of 2025, may we go forward loving louder, leading with joy, living with courage, and trusting that God's plans are better than anything we could dream up ourselves. Congratulations, Westminster Warriors. This isn't the end, it's just the beginning. And one more thing, we gotta get that 0.5 selfie, so everyone just look up here. Thanks, guys, I love you all.